Hey everyone, my name is Lisa Elia and I am a HMASC member for the year of 2020 to 2021. We are a student group on UW-Madison campus organizing for a Hmong American Studies program here. This video is going to talk about our relationship with UW-Madison, a white supremacist institution that performs and said that they care about Asian people after the mass shooting that happened in the Atlanta spas. But instead, we're going to tell us as it is on how this white supremacist institution continues to perpetuate anti-Asian violence. First of all, please excuse the quality of this video. I am not a video editor. I just knew that this is the best way to get in conversations in my community. And through that, it was through images, through pictures. Anyways, let me just start off the story. So in 2007, a law professor named Leonard Kaplan at UW-Madison stated some stereotypes in class. Some things that he said was, quote, Hmong women are better off now than Hmong men are dying off in this country, unquote. Quote, all second generation Hmong end up in gangs and other criminal activities, unquote. Quote, all Hmong men purchase their wives, so if he wanted to have sex with his wife and she doesn't consent, you and I call it rape, but the Hmong guy is thinking, man, I paid too much for her, unquote. Let's take a pause. Yes, Hmong patriarchy is real. But for a white professor teaching in front of white students in a white supremacist institution, this perpetuates white saviorism, suggesting that white liberalism, white feminism is going to save Hmong women. These white supremacist institutions, like the law and the justice system, uphold white supremacy patriarchy that has continued to punish and hurt our Hmong women as well. Thank goodness we had 7 Southeast Asian women who were mostly Hmong women that stood up and said something about it. Their names was Kashiamhua Nancy Vu, Maida Ya Kashok Ya Li Va Vu Ya, and Kana Vong. This is not how they really look. I just drew a bunch of Asian women because I don't know how they all look. But these were the trailblazers for the start of this advocacy. They knew what needed to be on this campus was resources and staff and in spaces for Hmong students to really learn about our own history and to survive this white supremacist higher education system. So how did the university respond? They gave us Ian Baird, a white man in the Department of Geography who studies Southeast Asian people, and they just wanted us to be okay with that. And then they hired a Hmong professor. His name is Yang Sao Shong. Fast forward to 2016, several Hmong women undergraduate students noticed that something was missing about their experience at UW-Madison, that they were not getting the support and the tools to cope and to push back against this white supremacist institution. So why was there little to no change a decade later, even with these 2 hires? The 2 hires we had on this campus were quick fixes, tokens, to cover the butt of this white, liberal, performative institution. The irony of the situation is that Ian Bird and Yang Sao Shong both symbolize white patriarchy and Hmong patriarchy. And I'm laughing because I finally am realizing this while I'm making this video together, piecing everything together. These women were trying to stop white supremacy, trying to become white saviors and confront Hmong patriarchy. Yet this institution gave us the professors that symbolize and uphold these things. These were unsustainable, neglectful fixes that were intentional. So when UW-Madison says stop Asian hate, that's hypocritical. UW-Madison cannot say this without unpacking anti-Asian history globally in this nation and in this university. We know that the displacement of our people, the killing of our people, the removal of us from our land, the exploitation of our labor globally, like in Southeast Asia, China, and in the United States. into poor black and brown neighborhoods in white supremacist nations. The genocide of our people and our identity by forcing us to learn English and to be Western. The policing and deporting of our people. The murder-suicides of our women and girls in the Hmong community. The deaths during this COVID pandemic in our community. The Atlanta spa shootings that happened in 2021. This law professor. UW-Madison's relationship with big developers that are displacing our communities out of their homes. And the denial of a Hmong American Studies program here at UW-Madison would explain how all of these are connected. With all of this being said, this is why we're fighting for the demands that we have. We don't have to beg for our survival, not to the US or UW-Madison. White supremacist institutions like UW-Madison owe our people the truth and our survival. We need to confront and disrupt white supremacy. Are you coming with us?